Welcome to another episode of It's Just Percy Podcast. My name is Percy Collins, and I just want to get on here for a few minutes. I want to speak on the subject of America doesn't want strong, independent, self-knowing, masculine black men. America doesn't want strong, intelligent, self-knowing, masculine black men. And I want to use Deion Sanders and LeVar Ball as an example. But I throw in some more as I go along. Because you remember when LeVar Ball was so confident about his son uh, in the NBA, and they had this man. Uh, they labeled that man as being crazy and self-bearing and overbearing to his boys. You know, LeVar Ball, he knows his son. He knows what they can do. He wanted his sons to be great, and he instilled the greatness in his sons. I didn't I didn't care what they thought about that man. Those two guys are two examples of how we need to look up to and see. We need to promote our boys like that, promote our children like that. Oh, I need to add Richard Williams, Serena Venus Williams' dad. He knew how great his kids were, or the greatness that his kids can achieve, and they made that man out to be overbearing. Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson, dad. He knew the greatness in his kids. He said he didn't want his kids to be like him, to be working in a damn coal mine. He wanted his kids to do something better than him, and he pushed them to be great. None of his kids ended up in jail. None of his kids ended up dead until they got away from around him. The people, the unseen hand was controlling things and got him away from his kids, because they knew how great them kids could be. And then they put that wedge in between him and his kids. Those are four examples that I know of, and it's more. Because when you know how great your kids can be, you should move mountains to make sure your kids achieve that. Richard did that for his kids, and look at his daughters now. Joseph, Mr. Jackson, did that for his kids. Look at his kids now. LeVar Ball did that for his kids, and look at his kids now. Deion Sanders, I love the relationship he got with his kids. He know how great his kids are, and he's gonna make sure that they become great. He didn't make that deal until he ensured that his kids was coming along. When you got greatness in you, you shouldn't let nobody try to talk you out of it. You know how great you can be. You know how great you are. But in America, they don't. They that type of masculine energy is a threat to them. It makes them question that masculinity. When a real alpha black man come in the room, it makes them question who they are. That's why they try to push this damn homosexuality agenda on the black man, because that makes them feel comfortable. If the black man is effeminized, it makes them feel comfortable. They don't have to worry about uh, the Joker coming and taking back what's rightfully theirs. A masculine man strikes fear in the hearts of these pretenders, because they know that all these positive examples that they see on TV of black men, it's a it's a it's a 9 times out of 10, if the youth see that image, they gonna wanna be that. So that's why they push this damn thug and criminal minded junk on TV or in the music. They want you in jail in the system. Cause long as you in the system, long as you in and out of the system, you're not a threat to them. You're not a threat to the status quo. You don't know who you are. They don't want you to ascend up to that throne. They don't want you to get what you rightfully deserve. They don't want you to get what's rightfully yours, your birthright. Dominating is your birthright. Not being dominated, but dominating is your birthright. They convinced you that you should be the one being dominated instead of you dominating. You're out of position. You're out of line because your position is to dominate, not to be dominated. Because you lack knowledge of self. And I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Because whenever you're on that path on pursuing your purpose, it's going to get hard. Folks going to talk about you everywhere you go. Folks going to talk about you. They'll be saying negative stuff about you. They're saying negative stuff about you because you're a mystery to them. You're not like, you're different. You're something different. You're not what they're used to seeing. They ain't used to seeing somebody's in pursuit of their purpose. They're not used to seeing somebody that's not pursuing them or not wasting his time smoking and drinking and club hopping every day. They're not used to seeing somebody that's constantly got their mind on building, got their face in a book, always writing, always writing down the goals and pursuing the goals, and not rejecting being entertained. They're not taking that instant gratification. They're delaying it because they want something better. They'll get their gratification later. Even if they don't get it, they still gonna pursue their goal. They ain't used to seeing nobody that's passionate and don't uh, waste time on foolishness. They ain't never seen nobody like that before. So that's why they're talking about you. So don't let that talking about you bother you. While they talking, you keep on walking because every day you getting closer to your goals. And every day they stand back there. They're in the same position. And when you see them 10 years later, they're going to be sitting in that same position. Ain't done nothing. Because they haven't done nothing with their lives and they don't want to see you doing nothing. See, America doesn't want strong, intelligent, self-aware, masculine black men, disciplined black men. That the black men that are disciplined. They know what they want, and they actively pursuing it, and they're putting boundaries in place to keep them focused. Because normally, a black man, he will be undisciplined. He's easily controlled. He's emotionally unstable. He's easily angered. Those are the black men they used to. They're disrespectful. Don't respect a legacy. Easily distracted. Those are ones that they're used to. They're not used to the ones that will say, "Nah, I don't want to do that." They don't want a black man that can think critically. He thinks before he speaks. He thinks before he acts. He responds instead of reacting. He say less, but he think more. Let me say it again. Say less, but he thinks more. They're not used to a black man like that. They're not used to a disciplined man. That's why you see more images of degrading, damaging images of black men than you see of positive black men. I salute Richard Williams. I salute LeVar Ball, Deion Sanders, Joe Jackson, R.I.P. In the public eye, they created they try to make monsters out of those guys. And I applaud Deion Sanders for doing what he did. Who in the hell want to stay down there at a school where hell you got robbed 3 times, somebody broke in your damn office? Who want to put their family around that? And then you got folks mad at him because he moved. Fuck that. I don't see why he's shit. He stayed 2 years too long, if you ask me. But he set out to do something. He did it, and his time was up, and he left. That's what's wrong with a lot of folks. We stay somewhere where we overstay our welcome. You go in there, you do what you're supposed to do, and you get out. You try to make a permanent thing out of a temporary thing. You try to make a temporary thing permanent. Like I say, everything has an expiration date. Even them good times always has an expiration date. You better enjoy it while you can. And when it ends, it's time to bounce. Don't stay there because you're making good money. If it's not beneficial to you, if you feel like it's is redundant, it's a routine, it's time for you to bounce. Because you're going to get bored, you're going to get complacent, and you're going to end up bitter, old and bitter. And you're going to be regretting the decision you made. America doesn't want strong, intelligent, self-knowing, masculine black men. I've given you 4 examples, and I'm proud of each and every one of those men. And those are positive images. I don't care what society says, because you're not going to pick for me the men I should look up to and want to emulate. We're sick and tired of y'all pushing that destructive image down our throat. You have some of us, we don't want to be criminals. You got some of us, we don't want to be rappers. We don't want to be ball players, athletes. We don't want to be pimps, robbers, killers, shooters. We don't want that lifestyle. So why you keep pushing it on us? We don't want that. Our kids deserve to have positive images. And it's up to us as fathers to portray those positive images, to make our children proud of us. You don't want to keep waking up every day doing the same old thing, being redundant, just living, just going to work, make a paycheck. All that stuff is old. You think we were put here just to uh, live a little meager life? No. So a lot of y'all are not sick and tired. When you get sick and tired of being living a scripted life, because we're living a script. America done wrote out a script for us, how we should act as black men. And anytime you step outside of you off script, they're gonna label you as being crazy, uh, a conspiracy theorist, um, mentally ill, Kanye, genius. There's nothing crazy about Kanye. Kyrie Irving. It's nothing crazy about that. Whenever you step off script, you're gonna have to pay. And they're gonna drag you in the public in the public until you either apologize or either you're dead. And we ought to be sick and tired of that. We ought to be sick and tired of them dictating to us who we should be and how we should act. How can you dictate to me how I should act? They got us acting out of character. And as long as we act out of character, we can never be who we really are. We need to be back in our natural state. They don't want us masculine. They want us effeminized and acting like women, confused as to who we are, so they can feel comfortable. So they can feel comfortable. and live comfortable. Because as long as we're acting out of character, they know they're safe. As long as we uh, stop laughing at their jokes and stop showing our 32 teeth, laughing hard at their damn corny jokes. They know. And those are the ones that are ostracized. The ones that don't fall in line. The ones that question everything. Those are the ones they don't like. They don't like you to question anything. Because if you start questioning everything, you'll start figuring out their lies. And they don't want you to figure out their lies. Because once you find out who you are, you'll find out who they're not. Everything they said that they were, you'll find out that it was a lie. All them lies that they told you about yourself, you'll find out that it was all lies. That they created your image. Strong black men, they do not want. Masculine black men, they do not want. Intelligent black men, they do not want. Knowledge of self, self-aware black men, they do not want. Self-aware because you'll start asking questions. And once you start asking questions, you're gonna start uncovering their lies. And you're gonna start realizing your truth. And you're gonna start walking in your truth. And before they allow you to walk in your truth, they will kill you. Because they will kill you before you kill them because you'll get pissed off for them lying to you. And you're much greater. You're much greater than what they have told you. They have led you to believe. You are much greater than what they have depicted you on TV and on commercials. They done made you into the butt of all jokes. The strong black man, they done made you the butt of all jokes. They have created you to be weak, dependent, dumbed down, uh, can't think for self, can't do for self. It made you have to be a runner. You can't handle responsibility, you can't handle your own business. They don't want you to think critically. They've dumbed you down, they miseducated you. They made you out to think that you can't run your own household. So they booted you out the house. And the government came in and took over. They your girlfriends. They're your girlfriend's new man. They got your woman cheating on you with him. And she fell for it. You're not the weak man. You're not the weak man that they portray you to be. You're much stronger than that. Once you come to the realization and the knowledge of self, nothing they can do um, to hold you back. They know your strength. They know how great you are, and they hell bent on you staying in dependent, weak, lacking knowledge of self, can't do for self. All they want you to do is sit on the corner all day, waste your valuable time, and sit on there talking BS, talking about sports, talking about entertainment. They'll rather talk than you talking about entertainment than talking about empowerment. They got you to the point where you hate knowledge. You hate knowledge, but you love foolishness. Because anytime somebody comes to you talking about knowledge, you automatically get on the defense. You want to, man, I want to hear that black stuff, that black power stuff. Well, what you want to hear then, brother? You're much greater than that. America doesn't want strong, intelligent, self-aware, masculine black men because they know masculinity, you demand respect. Masculinity alone, true masculinity, will demand respect because they know when a truly a masculine black man walks in a room, it makes them question their masculinity. There's no question as to who you are when you walk in the room because that masculinity go demand respect. Either they're gonna give it to you or you're gonna take it from them. And they know you're strong mentally, especially if you're strong mentally. Well, you're a danger if you mentally strong. On the flip side, they want they want you America wants you strong in the physical, but weak mentally. Just like that movie The Green Mile. The guy was strong physically, but mentally he was toast. John Coffey, I think that's his name. Michael Clark Duncan. Mandingo. They can make money off you if you strong physically, and mentally he was weak. But they make him taking him around a different plantation. He was fighting and making them money. They loved him up to the point when they found out he screwed that woman, screwed his wife. But he was doing the same thing to Mandingo. But America doesn't want a strong, mentally strong black man, an intelligent black man, a self-aware black man, or a masculine, true masculine black man. Because it makes them question who they are once you know who you are. If you found any value in this video, like, share, subscribe to my channel. It's Just Person Podcast. And like I always say, whatever you do it better. But America doesn't want you in your natural state.